It's a Saturday morning, which means it's time for the RE/MAX Magnolia Real Estate Show with myself, Curtis Pope, and of course, the boss lady, Michele Cummins is here.
You did it again,
I'm
Curtis.
sorry, well, it's because Richard was here last week.
I'm bossy.
Richard, no, I'm just kidding. We just like to tease you.
I know, it's good. It's good fun.
I liked last week I found out from Richard that he can be a partner in a brokerage without having a real estate license.
Yeah, I know. Wow. Interesting, huh?
Yeah, when he told me that, I was like, really? He goes, yeah, isn't that weird? I went, well, you probably know almost as much as Michele just by osmosis over the last 20 years.
21 years, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but how much of it just sunk in?
Yeah. He hears like my conversations all the time, and he's always around every conference almost, and a lot. So. Oh, by the way, a conference is coming up in a couple weeks in Ontario. And if any real estate agents are out there listening to this and you're thinking, oh, I wonder how RE/MAX would be, or what RE/MAX offers, or what is all the rage about RE/MAX and how they're number one and their agents make 3 times as much as the average one, and they're the number one website for brokerages in Canada and all this stuff. Well, you can go for free. They will give you a ticket through our brokerage. So contact me if you'd like to go to the Activate conference, which is coming up in a couple weeks, and I can get you tickets.
RE/MAX is kind of becoming like the Kleenex of real estate, because you don't ask for a facial tissue, you ask for a Kleenex.
That's right.
And when you think of real estate, you think of RE/MAX.
Yeah.
You really do in this country. So you guys have done a fine job.
Thank you. Well, Dave Linegar, and I've got a quote at the end of the show by Dave Linegar.
Oh,
who
perfect.
is our entrepreneur, creator of RE/MAX.
Okay, well, you have a guest today for the first segment, and he's a return guest, so I want to see if you can outdo your past introductions.
We've had great viewers, like response when we had this guest last time, which was maybe 1 year ago.
Probably about that.
Yeah, so we have now back Joel Karlsson. He is with Integrity Junk Removal. Actually, he is the entrepreneur and the creator of Integrity Junk Removal, local junk removal, and really focused and passionate about recycling.
Boom.
Joel's here.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Michele.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
So we didn't scare you off the first time, huh?
No, but just a little bit of housekeeping. Okay, last time I was here for the Ball to Van Challenge.
That's right.
All right. And so what ended up happening is I realized, I don't know, maybe there's more YouTube exposure in the States and people have greater level of success doing these kinds of things in the States, but I couldn't quite swing it to trade from a hockey ball up to a $30,000 minivan.
But you did such a great effort. It was so exciting watching your YouTubes and your videos and your social media on it, and following you and doing what we could to help out. And you did good.
Yeah, it was great. We reached about $2,500 in assets, which was cool. But the end result is that in January, after I'd come on your show, I had a tremendous January, and so we just bought a van cash.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the Ball to Van Challenge. But thanks to everybody who supported us and liked our videos, and shout out again to my wife, spending 5 hours per video editing those.
Oh my goodness.
God,
she's
I love
a trooper.
You, honey. You're amazing.
You keep her around.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
will definitely do that. She likes her van. She just went to Calgary with it. So there you go. Yeah.
Well, it's true. Canada has how many people compared to the U.S.? So you got
10%.
Yeah, exactly.
Versus like 300 million roughly to like 30 million, 32 million in Canada.
So you got to what from your ball?
From the ball, I got to $2,500 of
and you
assets.
had so many different exchanges.
Yeah, maybe something like 16 to 18 transactions of trading, of people trading up to different items and so on. Yeah, met some really wonderful people. It was really awesome.
That's great. Now you're here about recycling. Now this is a very interesting topic for me, because I know a lot of places where you think they're taking your recycle, and sometimes they're just maybe dumping it with everything else and you don't know it. Like this has been, how do you prove that they're actually recycling? And anyways, that's another topic, but share your passion on recycling.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Having a junk removal company, having had it for the last 7 years, I go to the local facility here in Abbotsford to dispose of items. And I see companies, very well-known companies, that have recycle symbols on their vehicle, and they just dump everything. They dump their metal, they dump their cardboard, they dump their styrofoam, they dump their tires, they're dumping their drywall, everything. They're just one spot, boom, there it is, and I just made a bunch of money and away I go kind of thing is the mindset that they have. That's not the case with our company, Integrity Junk Removal. We actually pre-sort everything. I believe, I've mentioned this before and it's on my website, we don't want to have the largest junk removal company in the world. We want to have the very best. And I believe that we have a really great company. And so from a recycling perspective, just going to maybe give you a small laundry list, okay? So we recycle cardboard, we recycle glass jars, we recycle paint, we recycle oil, we recycle gas, we recycle electronics.
Batteries?
We recycle batteries. Yeah, we recycle so that falls under fluorescent lights and yada yada, that kind of thing. So we recycle drywall. We work with an organization that actually recycles drywall when we can. Like sometimes the timing doesn't work. I can't get to that facility. I've got other projects I have to do. Then I have to use a different method of disposing of the drywall. And we donate, so recycle, people think of recycle from cans, bottles, that kind of thing. Of course, we recycle cans and bottles, but we recycle from the standpoint of an item that is still a very valuable asset. And we take that asset, Michele and Curtis, and we put that into the hands of someone else who needs it. So that's another form of recycling, and I'm happy to say through donating and through repurposing and through the family and connections that we have, we've donated over $100,000 worth of assets.
Wow.
That's amazing.
A lot.
So that's a bit of the way that we are. I brought some samples today. Is that okay? Show you
Yeah,
some samples?
absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, just a second.
Now we're a radio show and we're also visual on YouTube, so we have to show off some of this stuff, right?
All right.
And so many people are crafty. So with all of these recyclable items,
Yeah.
they can make jewelry with it, hats, all sorts of.
It's amazing that
outfits.
what can be recycled sometimes. There's
Yeah.
no way they can do anything with that, and then they do.
So since you mentioned that, Michele, I'm going to give a shout out to a lady I met. Her business is called Upcycle, and she takes fabric and she repurposes the fabric. I met her at the, Agri Fair maybe? Mm-hmm. Agri Fair, where she had denim purses with leather and stuff like that and different materials. And she said it's 100% all recycled.
That's so great. So instead of throwing away battered clothes that you wouldn't think anybody can wear ever again, somebody can do something with that material.
Yeah, so just or maybe 2 weeks ago, after I met her at the Agri Fair, she came to my house because I had rolls of fabric that I got from a customer. So I gave her a whole roll of fabric so that she could use that for whatever she wants to do.
And those are expensive, fabric and yarn. It's
all
really
that
expensive.
stuff. It could be $30, $50, $100 depending on the kind of fabric it is. So, guys, I just wanted to say, styrofoam, you're buying a TV, you're buying a stereo system, anything like styrofoam, it has a beautiful sound.
Sure, that's a beautiful sound.
Next to stepping on dog.
Yes,
dog poop.
That's Richard's worst. Oh, don't take out the styrofoam.
Yeah.
Okay. So quick sharing story. I have one of my guys. We had a piece of styrofoam in the truck, inside the cab of the truck, and he's sitting in the front seat, and it's going.
Oh, that's the worst when you're in a car and you can't. Where's it coming from?
He's looking out the window and he's got his head down like this. So he's becoming a police officer. He's one of my best guys that I have. But anyway, 3 of our guys, we got together and we made a little video and we said, "Hey, we miss you." And we all had a piece of styrofoam and we all went and sent it to him by video. So styrofoam is recyclable, okay? I'm not coming to your house and saying, "Hey guys, you're doing things wrong" or whatever. No, but I want to let you know styrofoam is recyclable. There is a place that's just down off of Valley Road, off of the Mission Highway, and they will take styrofoam. Okay?
I have taken much styrofoam there after TVs and things like that.
There you go, right?
That's the place to go, right?
Yeah, so, that's when I talked about earlier about how we break up our load. The cardboard gets separated, styrofoam gets separated, metal gets separated, all that stuff gets separated. So then I'm really very, very thankful. I have a new truck. and the sides go down, like both sides go
neat.
down. So now I could put like, here's my cardboard area, here's my metal area, here's my styrofoam area, here's my oil area, my paint or whatever. And then main regular garbage goes in the middle, right? So you pop down there, drop one side, get that stuff out, flip it up, go to the other side, go to the next location, boom, drop that off. Now I just only have centralized garbage, and then I'm hitting the dump button, right? I think that's the right way to do things. Okay, gang, next one, plastic. Is it possible to recycle plastic bags? And just a question, Curtis and Michelle, how long do you think it takes for this plastic bag to break down in the environment?
I think longer than bones.
I'm going to go, I don't know, 300 years.
I heard 26 years.
Okay, so I was way off. It's really thick
26
plastic
years.
that takes 300.
So your 18-year-old daughter would be 44.
Yes.
And you say, hey, I just wanted to come by and show you that, hey, that plastic finally broke down.
Finally broke down, it's gone.
And you go and visit with your grandchildren.
That's right.
All right. And then lastly, these are just tire bags. So same thing. This place down on Valley Road, just off of Highway 11, they will take any plastic as long as it's not black. Like as long as it's not a black plastic bag, any other color of plastic they will take. So that's my little show and tell for that part of things. And then the second thing is I'm working on, I told you, like I am passionate about recycling. These are from a church. These are communion cups, okay? And as it stands right now, they just go in the garbage. There's no option for them not to go in the garbage. So I actually have a connection that owns a plastic recycling company, and I'm going to be contacting them and seeing if I can get these recycled. And in the event that I can, then I'm going to roll out a program through all the churches in the city of Abbotsford.
That's amazing. Joel, that's great.
Yeah, so we're just we're looking for ways that we can help out with the environment, but also serve the community.
That's cool. And Michelle's reaction to the communion glasses, because I thought she was going to go right into wine mode. So that was good that you didn't react quite the way I thought you would.
Jesus turned the water into wine. Just remember.
That's right.
That's right. You
And
don't have a problem with it.
That's a talent.
Yes.
Yeah. That's very cool because recycling, of course, we're looking out for the planet. We're looking out for the generations to come and things like that. And the more we can do of it, the better off we all are. I mean, I remember when it started becoming a big kick, 20, 30 years ago, and people like, whatever. But then we've been educated, and the more education we can get and the more knowledge we can get, better off we are.
Yeah. And I will never be on the bandwagon with the paper straws ever.
No, I'm with you. You're preaching to the choir right now.
However, I do have a friend, Lenny's Lemons, awesome guy. He's set up down here, Agrifair and stuff like that. Had his company for about 7 years. He's sourced a plastic straw that is biodegradable.
And they do have them because like Booster Juice has them too when you go in there.
Yeah.
And I think 7-Eleven has them too. So I don't know why these paper straws. I have had full-on meltdowns trying to drink a milkshake out of a paper straw.
You better have 5 of them.
Yeah, and my 22-year-old son got to witness one, and he still laughs because I was yelling about turtles, and how I hated turtles and everything. I just lost my mind.
You got to hating turtles because of the paper.
Far.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was I was
Because
angry.
the cardboard straw.
Yeah.
That's.
And I love turtles,
bad.
but I was just so mad about the paper straws and saving the turtles. I don't know why saving the turtles is the first thing I equate to paper straws. Maybe that's because I can try to validate in my head that they're not working, but at least I'm saving a turtle.
Well, but what about Crush from Nemo?
Well, that's true. That's true.
He was a cool guy, man.
And
300 years old.
I was in
Crushing
Hawaii.
the waves.
Lasts longer than the plastic.
I was in Hawaii in January. You were there, a little later this summer, and you were snorkeling with turtles. My wife was snorkeling, which I love turtles, but I was mad that particular day, and I had a full-on tantrum, and my son, all he could do was laugh at me, and that was just making me angrier.
So every store out there that uses paper straws, please change that.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I can sort of get by if it's like a Diet Coke or something because you drink it fast up and stuff, and it kind of survives.
The texture on your lips and your
even the flavor.
Yes,
of it.
It changes the flavor.
It's true.
Whatever it is that you have, you don't have that anymore. Okay,
we can do an entire show on me hating paper straws.
Just very quick, my buddy, because he knows, like he's like, we went somewhere, I can't remember where we went, maybe A&W or something like that. and I got the drink, and it was a paper straw. And I said, okay, I'll just be right back. I'm going to my truck. And he says, what are you going to get? And I said, I'm going to get a plastic straw because I carry them in my truck. I didn't happen to have any, right? So I came back in and I was looking at the straw and I was like, oh, this is going to be such a terrible experience. But anyway, then I came home one day and my buddy had ordered 3 compactable straws that have a little package like this with a key ring on them from Amazon.
Oh.
Now, that's a huge part for me.
The other thing I don't like is the metal straws because I can't stand those either. They're hard, so I don't know.
Maybe they could chip your teeth
taste.
eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway,
I don't like those either.
Little rabbit trail.
I'm totally with you guys. Yeah, I'm totally there.
Okay, I have one more thing regarding recycling.
Would love to hear.
Is that okay? All right. So the big issue that we're facing in the city of Abbotsford, not us personally, but seniors are facing in the city of Abbotsford, is their glass jars. So pickle jars, ketchup jars, whatever, barbecue sauce jar, whatever it is, any jar. Thanks for coming out. These guys, they live in these seniors complexes, and they're not allowed to put the glass jars out.
Yeah, we're not allowed in Abbotsford, no, even in regular recycling.
So I think that's a bit of a travesty. So what I came up with, and I haven't finalized it yet, but I'm starting to talk with property managers and things like that about providing a container that can be left at the seniors' facilities, and that I will go on a monthly basis and take away the jars for free. So here's the reason behind the whole thing. Here, my mom, if she was living in one of these senior facilities, she's not, but if she was, and she had her little shopping cart, now it's January 27th, she's got her little shopping cart, and she's trying to go to a place where you can recycle your jars, but it's snowy and it's icy. Oh, she fell. Well, what's the number one reason for death for seniors?
Breaking a hip, yep.
Yeah.
Falling.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how is it that we expect these people in their 60s, 70s, 80s to go with their little shopping cart with glass jars? It doesn't equate. It doesn't make sense. So I think the program that I have, the idea, I haven't got it all ironed out yet, but the premise of it is to have containers set up at these different places where people are seniors, an MCC housing where they might have 70 units, and those were all people who used to be in the mission field or working in hospitals in Paraguay or whatever. Now they're older, now they live in these special facilities, and they have all these jars. And so I'd like to take them away once a month. And so that's what I'm working on.
Very cool.
Awesome.
All right, well, with that, I think we're a little overtime. So
Sorry about
it's
that.
Michelle. Michelle just gets talking. And
No, it was me. I was too passionate about recycling. Sorry about that.
that's quite okay. If people want more information about integrity junk removal, where can they go?
Yeah, so we just changed our website. It's www.injr.ca. Or you can call me, 778-240-2462. We're servicing Abbotsford, Mission, Chilliwack, and Langley currently.
All right. And Michelle, if people want more information about Remax Magnolia, where do they go?
RemaxMagnoliaRealty.com.
We're back with more right after this.